Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor.
Law firms will take this as a retainer.
What? It must be a law firm where they hungry as hell. Now you gonna help me with this parole I'm dealing with?
Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor. With one taste of our premium blends of all-natural ingredients, herbs, and spices, you'll fall in love with meat all over again. Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce collection is made up of 2 zesty flavors, original and spicy. There's only one way to bring order back to barbecuing. Just add Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce and seasoning, and you be the judge.
Okay. Little bit of pop culture, and then I'm gonna swing back to Trump. I want to go to Jay-Z because we did talk about him a couple of times, right? And the case is getting very interesting. You said that those charges that this woman claimed that he owed her decades ago, the feds cannot charge him. It's state, but the state can't even criminally charge him because it's past the statutory limit.
Yeah, it depends on the state and where is this supposed to be, and are they one of these things or one of these saving statutes where they give somebody extra time to come in and go after somebody civilly or criminally.
Right. So this is the state of New York. So he cannot be charged criminally in New York because it's past the statute of limitations. And I did say to you, I said, well, can the feds come in like they did with Diddy and drop charges?
That would be the Mann Act.
Right. But you was like, no, there's no reason for that.
There's no federal exemption from compliance with the statute.
Right.
Of limitations.
Okay.
On the federal side.
So, speaking of the feds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something did come out regarding, and I don't know how serious this is. I don't think it's that serious, but it says the FBI is reportedly involved in Jay-Z's paternity case as a legal battle escalates, right? So Jay-Z decade-long maternity case involving Ramir Satterwhite has taken a new turn with claims that the FBI was called in to investigate allegations of corruptions in legal proceedings. The rapper, whose real name is Sean Corey Carter, has been accused of dodging a paternity test that could establish whether he fathered Satterwhite during an alleged relationship with Wanda Satterwhite when she was 16 years old. Now, how
did the feds get involved?
I don't know. Well, I'm about to read this figure, just tell you why. So the alleged son, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I believe it's Satterwhite.
It is.
He's 31. He has been fighting for recognition since filing his first claim against Jay-Z over 10 years ago. Despite multiple legal setbacks, he continues to push for a resolution. Court documents allege that Jay-Z attorneys colluded with New Jersey court employees to withhold critical documents, leading to an FBI probe into the potential fraud and racketeering.
Oh, God.
So the mother, the baby mama, she passed away in 2019. She publicly supported her son's paternity test in a 2016 video, insisting on the validity of her claims. Ramir's godmother, Lily Coley, has also been vocal, asserting the truth will come out.
So when did the kid file the lawsuit?
10 years ago.
So he would have been 21.
Right. He wants to be recognized as Jay-Z's son. Jay-Z has not agreed to take a paternity test. And he doesn't have to be forced to because he's not a minor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying they wanted the FBI, they asked the FBI to come in and probe the situation because they are accusing Jay-Z attorneys for colluding with New Jersey court employees to withhold critical documents.
Oh boy.
So if that gives the FBI calls to come in and probe, does that also give them probe?
That's stretching the whole doggone thing. That's like, see, the courts are supposed to be reserved for matters of significance. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a 10-year-long pendency on a paternity action where the plaintiff is an adult who claims to be the deprived child. You know, come on. There is this thing called common sense.
Ongoing legal battles have left Ramir financially strained, including $15,000 legal fee judgment in 2022, which they claim resulted in illegal liens on their property. Their latest lawsuit alleges violation of constitutional rights and emotional distress from years of litigation. But this was litigation that they brought
litigation and emotional distress.
Wait, but let me ask you this. But it's litigation that they brought on.
Yeah, I know. It's
not funny, but it's funny. So my question to you, because listen, these content creators and these bloggers are trying to connect. Well, this is going to give the feds an excuse to come in and charge Jay-Z to pull them in next to Diddy. Because you need a reason for the federal government to throw charges on you. So they're going to try and say this maternity test.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with what they have against Diddy, which is essentially Mann Act stuff. So
they're trying. Wait, this is okay. So this is it. Are they trying to create a Mann Act for Jay-Z by saying, well, you slept with this girl when you got her pregnant when she was 16?
Yeah, well, the problem evaporated. The victim's dead. So any personal wrong that was done dies with the victim.
Not the son who's alive.
He hasn't been done any wrong.
So if
he's not going to get child support at this point, you may want to get a piece of the inheritance, but that can be dealt with when he can just be subject to being left out or left a nominal amount in a will. So it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory anyway, whatever he gets.
So basically, even if it comes out that this is his legitimate child and she gave birth at 16, and if it is Jay-Z's child, the federal government cannot charge him with the Mann Act because she passed away.
Yeah, and there's no way to prove that there was any inducement, transport, or forcible transport across state lines for illicit purposes.
So that case is dead in the water.
It's one of these. It looks like it was a settlement,
right?
Out of control.
He basically gambled with $15,000, hoping he was going to hit the jackpot and get a return. And he did not.
Now, I know somebody who's paid somebody almost $25,000 just to handle a motion to set a warrant aside, and they're getting conned by it, but there's no telling what lawyers do these days.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to bring something else into the fold.
I mean, it's one of those things of, in the scheme of things, so what?
Yeah, because you should have filed whatever motion when you were pregnant. Why you didn't go get child support when you were after you gave birth or whatever?
And the child is how old now? 31.
Yeah. So you waited until he was 21 to kick up dirt?
Or he kicked up dirt. Most states have a situation that if there's any liability for child support, unpaid or anything like that, the child has 1 year, 2 years, whatever, after they hit 21 years of age to bring an action on their own behalf, or 18, depending upon the state. But this has been going on for 10 or 11 years. It's like, okay.
Right.